It's the drama, Mick. I love it. Hello, I'm Sarah Kennedy from Made for TV podcast, and I'm here to update you on all the shenanigans from the castle on the latest episode of The Traitors. So, to join me at my roundtable, you must have watched the latest episode. Episode 5 is sensational. Go watch it. I will wait, I'll be here. Come back and talk to me about it, okay? Because you are gonna want to talk to somebody about it. So, this is a series of terrible choices. Everything is on fire. Chaos and confusion, and no one is safe. What is going on? Let me try and shed some light. So, in the cages, the Axeman cometh, and sadly, he cometh for Maz, who Fiona has been wanting to get rid of since day one, it seems, for some reason. But he seems like nothing but the perfect gentleman. It's giving Traitors has a problem with people of colour, and even the casual viewer can notice this. I don't know how you cast against this, how you fix this, I don't know. My sensational colleague from Made for TV podcast has thought about this too, and she thinks simply mandatory unconscious bias training for every contestant. And hopefully that would go some way to help, because at the moment it doesn't look good. Anyway, the serious point aside, it was comical to see Fiona out there with the other trainers in her green cloak. It's so obvious it's her. She's so short by comparison to the rest of the players. I think she could possibly trip over her own cloak in the dark. There is no glee in her face as she does the face-to-face murder. And Maz is just thoroughly disappointed. He thinks Stephen could have been a traitor, but he was really disappointed with the ladies. Reese at breakfast says something silly about knowing what I know about myself. What did he mean? What was he trying to say? It just sounded really dodgy. Amanda is labelled as a pushy puppeteer, and Jessie is still gunning for Stephen. Bless her tiny space buns. So the mission is goth on steroids. It is Iron Age Wicker Man. It's giving giant metal skeletons of horned warriors, and then they have to set them on fire. I mean, I've been to Download Festival a number of times and I've never seen anything so metal. So they have to gather these spears that are going to be plunged into these warriors' chests and set them on fire. And then they actually have to pick off their fellow contestants by name and set fire to their competitors' shields, which, you know, that's quite a lot. And you can see why the cliques are reinforced in this mission, and that people do end up taking it quite personally. Fair enough. At this stage in the game, you can see exactly why. It is starting to feel like criticism is a little bit personal. Reese, bizarrely, in another strange choice, self-immolates. It's a bad call. It just makes him look suspicious now. I think he just wants this game to be over, and that's really sad. There's a very long possible murder list, people who are unshielded at the end of this task. And Amanda, oh, wow. This is an incredible mistake. Back at the castle, she confides in Rachel about her job, that she was a DCI, and she says to Rachel, I trust you. You were the only person I would ever tell. So this casts some doubt, perhaps, on exactly why she left the Force. Did she lose all of her powers of deduction in some terrible accident? I'm only being silly, of course. Rachel is so calm, so chill, so under the radar. She doesn't look like she could possibly be a traitor. Amanda is good, of course, but she's no Ted Hastings. I wanted to give a shout out Jessie at this point as she goes to the round table and opens the discussion. She does a great job speaking in a large group, which a lot of people find very intimidating. But with her stammer as well, she knows she really wants to present her best self, despite this being a highly pressurised situation. I think she's wonderful. Reese has basically given up now, bless him. He is dejected. He says, if you can't convince people, what more can you do? the sweet, daft, forgetful boy. It's getting to that stage in the game already where people are saying to themselves, I'm so smart, my theories are so hot, if I murdered it's because I'm so clever and so close to the truth. It doesn't do anybody any favours, especially when they're putting the wrong names in the pot again and again and again. And dearie me, Jude says that she has a long list of evidence against Amanda. And as we know in this game, there is no such thing. There's only weird things people say, weird things people do that you pick up on. It's absolutely by no means any hard evidence whatsoever. So this is a very exciting round table. We have quite a split vote, but then it coalesces around Rhys and Amanda, who are on a tie with 5 votes each. They then have to make a final plea, and then the table votes again and can only vote for those 2 people. So they tie again, 7-7, and now they must open the chest of chance. This is basically the Traitors coin toss. Find a shield and you are still in the game. Open a small little chest and it's empty. You are immediately banished. And it's Amanda who loses this. What a waste of her potential. What a waste of her skills. She gives a lovely, very generous exit speech. And she just seems like a really nice, warm person who really did want the best for the faithful. She was just perhaps a little bit overbearing about how she did it. And then afterwards, Rhys is in pieces again. And James says to him, I just want to take the pressure off you, gives him a big hug. James is an absolute sweetheart himself. So this is where it gets interesting, and we hit the hour mark on the show and we have a little bit extra. So we know something interesting is going to happen. And I thought with Secret Traitor over, Ellie and Ross's relationship revealed, Ross and Nettie, that whole thing, it's done, it's gone. I was thinking to myself, how can the programme makers keep us interested? How can they keep the tension ramped up? Turns out this is not a director behind this. This is not production behind this. This is the Traitors themselves going absolutely crazy loco. Rachel reveals Amanda's job to everyone. And this decision is very strange to me. I think it is to reinforce in people's minds the people that Amanda thought were suspicious. She's a detective, she's got skills, listen to her, these are sort of her dying words, and Rachel must want these people out of the game too. And this announcement really messes with Fiona. Straight away, Fiona doesn't understand why Rachel's done it and thinks that Rachel is lying. Why would Rachel lie? Amanda should have confided in Fiona. That's what Fiona thinks, because it turns out Fiona's got very many family members in the police. So she thinks it would be natural for Amanda to have confided in her, Fiona, not Rachel. Even though Amanda and Rachel's relationship, their friendship in the castle, seemed to be quite genuine despite them being on 2 sides of the game. And then this gets stranger still, because Fiona takes Rachel aside immediately, no thinking time, and tells her to her face she's lying, she's messing with her, and she doesn't trust her. It's such a mess, and it is brazen to play this game out in the open like this. There's this rupture in their really uneasy alliance. It was quite clear from their styles of gameplay and their personalities and their character that they were never going to get on and never going to be a harmonious group. And I have never seen anything so awkward in my life, because then Rachel says, I'm not having this conversation with you, and goes straight away to tell everybody what Fiona has said to her, and then Fiona joins them in the kitchen, and it's just giving a massive argument amongst housemates. It's really strange. Stephen, I think, must have an anxiety stomach ache. He leaves. He cannot deal with this nonsense. Fiona says, I've thrown a grenade. She really is a chaos demon. I told you she was malevolent Dolly Parton, but I had no idea the diva qualities that she has. It's astounding. I've never seen this game or any game of this nature played like this. It's incredible. And then Traitors turret. In the tower, they all go, all three of them. Stephen standing there baffled, as we all are, as the viewers are. And I'm wondering, is he their couples therapist? Does he get paid extra for this? I do hope so. Traitor Tower is going to feel far too small and far too crowded. What's going to happen next? Man, I have no idea. This is not how I expected this game to go whatsoever. If you had told me this weeks ago, I just wouldn't have believed you. Fiona is like no other traitor we've ever seen before, and I cannot wait to find out what happens next. Thank you so much for watching. It's a pleasure to have you at my round table. I won't throw any grenades and I won't throw any curveballs either, because I will be back here after the next episode. Like, subscribe, share, and join me again. See you then. Latest, traitors.